Hello. Welcome to the Byzantian Brewscast, your one-stop shop for tabletop roleplay content, silly, critical fumbly news, big projects, and more. With your host, Chaotic Dexter and...
Byzantian.
Welcome one all to our tabletop roleplaying and skirmish game stream and podcast. We hope you enjoy your stay on 102.5 Byzantian Brews Radio.
Oh, we need like 90s style radio handles.
Yeah. I should ask, can we get on the analog AM radio waves, because that's not a thing anymore. Didn't they stop AM radio? It's all PM.
Yeah, we have stream at really weird hours.
Yeah.
To wake people up.
Byzantian pirate radio.
We actually got a galleon.
Actual just galleon on wheels, just drive around the city centre, just be blasting windrows mostly.
Just bardcore of one song.
Bardcore Venga Boys.
I think that exists.
Oh, so what have we been up to this week?
Back to the fundraising this weekend. I've been sleeping earlier. It's the guide dogs today. Rugby day before.
Oh,
so you put the images up.
Yeah, I saw. I thought, loveliness.
Yeah, it was a quiet one because it was Sunday down NEC. So the first one, that dog's called Daisy. She's probably one of the newer ones. She's one of the ambassador dogs.
Oh,
and she was absolutely mental the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Just really excitable. Talk about an hour for her to calm down. Same with the second one, and the other one there, that is Weston. He's one of the veteran ambassador dogs.
Ah,
I know. So me and Weston get on mostly because he absolutely loves the dog suit. It's like his best friend.
Oh,
but he has a unique little greeting where he will give you a tackle/dog hug. But he doesn't. He just forgets he's over 30 pounds worth of Labrador. So you got to brace yourself. But there's no malice in it. He's just a big goofy dog.
Big boy, big lad.
Oh yeah, he's chunkier than last saw him as well. Oh well. So yeah, it was a decent morning. Slept in to catch up because I got one of those early starts to get to it. That's good to be back because I've been sitting inside avoiding the rain for the last few weeks. So
yeah, the weather's it was sunny earlier and then it just went cloudy again. It's we can't even have 10 minutes of sunshine.
Yeah, I went out in my proper raincoat. I didn't need it today. I was already annoyed. So I've been busy this weekend.
Yeah, same actually. I've done something very silly yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I infiltrated a UKIP rally.
How did this happen?
So there was a UKIP rally / Christian march in Allen Rock. So I decided, do you know what? If they're going to say this is a Christian march, I'm going to take that literally. And I took my Bible and I read the entirety of the Sermon on the Mount. I think I was the only person there quoting scripture. It was just a few people gave me odd, confused looks. A few people nice work. Well, it's just yeah. It's what's going on? I think once or twice, Nick Taccone, the leader of UKIP, actually tried to talk over me with the microphone. He was trying to interrupt me on purpose, which was very funny. He was very nice and polite. I even shook my hand. But I think he didn't want me to be there. I get this vibe. It's you bastard. I get this quiet vibe of he's thinking, you bastard. He staged me up at my own event.
Hey, don't be really Christian at this Christian march. That's
there was also a really funny moment. So they were carrying. You got those speakers on dolly sometimes.
Yes.
When they do marches. So one of the guys who was entrusted with it, I guess he must have been part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the crew. He wanted to take a few minutes to roll up a smoke because one of those like
Right.
people who does hand rolled cigarettes, and so he asked me. I happened to be next to him at the time if I could hold the thing for him, and in my head, my brain was like, do I just get the goose sock puppet out, break formation, and just run off down the street with this speaker because it'd be really funny.
But
Just
so,
make everybody, including the constables, very confused.
so to make this, so you heard this was going on,
Yeah,
went to it, read actual scripture at them, which
Yep.
somehow confused them.
yep.
That's a bit weird. And then you got like roped into being on the tech crew.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, for like all of 4 or 5 minutes. It was really weird.
What?
It was like I was
That's
like
really
pulling the
funny.
speaker along. I was like, I could nick this. I could just nick this in like true Untitled Ghost fashion and just like disappear down the street.
They'd be like, it's first of all you didn't. Could you imagine like BBC News? It'd be like the picture of you with your weird like goose sock puppet.
It's just
Crazed man at UKIP rally.
No, you can imagine the headline: "Local goose interrupts rally." Local goose
You'd have
interrupts
people asking
far-right
for you, I
march.
think, for one reason or another. That
Yeah. What? Oh, so afterwards I went out. I just had some chatting to some of the counter protesters, which was quite nice. Some of them were like doing really well. Some of them were like just keeping peace and actually being Christian.
Yeah.
So I think there was a 1 or 2 small churches in the area that were like in the counter protesting group, which was nice. Just handing out peace doves and stuff. Again, much to the confusion of the people actually on the march. A few mosques were actually giving out tea. Again, to the confusion of the people doing the march.
Well,
Brilliant.
this does sound a bit confused.
All like 50, maybe 60 people.
Yeah, I'm confused hearing this. What?
Yeah, so like I think the counter protesters outnumber the people actually doing the march if we don't count even
surprising.
counting the crew, which was like probably about 10 people as crew, which is so funny. And then so afterwards I went with my colleague, we had a debrief, bit of a walk and a chat, and then we had a Toby Carvery. So all's well that
Okay.
ends well. Oh, and he introduced me to this cool coffee shop in Sheldon. Well, Linden, but
Right.
it's near Sheldon. And they've got like a cool like collector toy store next door, like a secondhand toy store type thing. And I bought a PS2 racing wheel because I misplaced my other one. I almost bought the Ferrari Thrustmaster, but it was an Xbox 360 Ferrari Thrustmaster.
Ferrari
so,
Thrustmaster.
Yeah, it's basically like a Ferrari branded wheel. But I don't think the connection point would have fitted in my PC. Meanwhile, I have got a USB to PS2 controller majig. So, yeah, all's well that ends well. What a weird weekend.
You've had a really interesting Sunday.
Yeah. That was Saturday. That was yesterday. Today was just, me.
Oh, right. Okay.
But another news, I gotten Fallout stuff sorted. Unfortunately, I could not find the mod on Bethesda.net. You know the one you mentioned, every enemy is a super mutant suicider. I might have to wait for that to be ported to Bethesda.net, 'cause I think it's only on the Nexus right now. But I do want to do a run of that. And I've gotten sorted my PSP emulator a bit better, so I can actually run Gran Turismo PSP without it having weird audio issues, like slight frame lag. It's now running at a solid crisp, like whatever like baseline FPS it's supposed to be at, which I think is like 60 FPS.
Okay.
And I've just bought the Sprinter Trueno, which there's a retro achievement for.
That's cool.
It's like, yes, my 8086. So that's been my week. Shall we look at our big project stuff?
Yes, let's. We're doing more Tala Santa stuff, and I did. Basically, got another tribe done.
Ooh.
Sort of rolled with it. So these are they're called the Amadi. I've been once or twice before. They're like savannah people.
Mm-hmm.
They're like human adjacent, like some, but they've got like this whole sort of hunter gatherer thing going on. I think it's really cool, and I think they are going to be the closest the settings got to a neutral faction. which is made them quite interesting. So could put them in lots of different places. Some of them are just openly villainous, or almost always villainous. These guys, they seemed like you could use them, for any sort of antagonist or protagonist you needed.
Hmm.
So I thought that and the whole African, hunter thing, I thought was kind of fun. No, it's not literally Africa, but it's the savannah. So my brain goes, oh, okay. Just sort of get them, just to really just use what I sort of know about like traditional African warfare, where it's sometimes like ceremonial rather than actual for killing's sake. Sort of like you'd have like little skirmishes to decide who takes territory and who doesn't. It's all like a gang turf war almost. So got their tribal leader and about like four different like potential like fighting units, from everything from like warriors that haven't earned the keep yet to archers to spearmen. So it's just a nice even spread of stuff. Oh, and like some dedicated veterans with like those slightly fancy war clubs, even if they're like made of wood, like the proper, but like rounded head like thwacking clubs, which are really cool and kind of weird. So that's been working on, and as well as quite a few dinosaurs from the Dr. Droland book. Just they have the whole random table in the back. That's quite good. So yeah, I've been quite busy with it this week. What have you been working on?
So I haven't actually worked on anything this week, but I did find something. I found quite an old thing that I was working on.
Oh.
Yeah, this was something from a long, long time ago. It was actually just a bit of a blurb on... Where was it? Yes, so it's the Infinite Dungeon stuff that I did ages and ages ago, which was going to be to do with the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that I was working on, the Yu-Gi-Oh system I was working on.
Oh, yes.
So it's kind of like essentially the idea of being an infinite dungeon with infinite rooms, where it's like you can kind of leave after after a certain amount of rooms there are exit points, but in theory it goes on forever. That makes sense. So you can do a whole campaign in this one dungeon.
Oh, it's more like the weird dungeon from the Tag Force games, where it's
kind of. But it's more like it's more like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon in that there's like infinite floors, and the idea is it feels randomly generated, even though it's not. But it's that same kind of vibe of like weird, slightly non-Euclidean dungeon space.
Okay.
And so so it's things like the first few rooms you're fighting things like Medabat and Block Spider, Bacon Saver, like really weak level 1 stuff to start with. And then we get up to like Block Golem as like a mid boss on room 6.
Okay.
There's room 8 has a bunch of Skull Servants in it and a Spike Trap.
Okay.
We've got One-Eyed Shield Dragon being a thing, and that's kind of where I stopped. But I might actually carry on working on this because I should really do more because I should really do more of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff that I was planning on doing, the Yu-Gi-Oh system. But yeah, I might actually carry on working on this old document because I think there's a lot of potential in just weird and non-Euclidean dungeon spaces. I might even try and draw out on a dungeon maker software actually making the actual dungeon rooms, which would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna add over time things like other things I've done, up to things like I guess like room 30 or something you might start seeing like but I guess more like room 40, 50 might start seeing like Blue Eyes White Dragon, etc. as like mid-area bosses.
Yeah.
As you do. So yeah, I thought just a quick little I remember that this thing exists. Because it was gonna be those modular dungeon tiles that I have, those like 3D ones.
Yeah.
I was gonna like kind of use the kind of that as a concept, so everything could be made out of every room in this list could be made out of those things, out of the stuff I actually have.
Right.
I should get more of those tiles at some point. That's another thing on my big project list. But yeah, next week I think so. I'm going to work on some of this over the next week and maybe do because I want to take a break from Lancer stuff because I've done quite a lot of Lancer stuff lately, and I'm
That's
getting a
fair.
bit. You know, sometimes when you do stuff in just one system, you get a bit like system burnout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm feeling that. Anyway, yeah, that's my big project thing. Let's move on to hang on, where's the blinking thing? Go back on there. Go onto the soundboard. Let's move on to.
Oh,
It's time for Critical Fumble.
okay.
By the way,
I've
for
got.
anyone
Oh, yes.
anyone just joining us, or as listening to this podcast at home, yes, I have a soundboard now, sort of, because of Discord Nitro, and that was the cutscene jingle from UB Funkies.
It's been given too much power with it.
Yeah, well, I figured I might want to use like a couple jingles here and there to like separate
That's fair.
certain sections.
I say that because I've downloaded what's that? My voice zoo. Or
Ah.
it's the stupidest game ever, but you'll love it.
Oh yeah, I saw that with the someone did because there's a ghost and there's like someone just saying honk as that sound, or it was was it Super Good from Ed, Ed and Eddie, like the I think it's like Chinese or Japanese version of Ed, Ed and Eddie. It
Yep.
was like the dub of that is that sound. So
Oh,
every animal got that voice.
I was messing about, see what you could pull off. So I got load of Vine Source references.
Nice.
Um, what? I managed to get my mic to pick up. Did you ever play? Does it the Mega Man X7?
Yes. Oh, not Mega Man X7.
I got the Flame Hineyard sound
Ah, fucking
effects, so I
burn it
had
to
to
the
use that one. Yeah, I had to use that one.
ground. Burn it to the ground, bruh.
Then I got really bored and tried to get like a chorus of animals to just do the opening to Magic Dance by David Bowie. It's such a dumb game, but I love it.
Oh.
I probably should stream it and just re-record it for a laugh. It's really
Yeah.
funny. Yes. Anyway, as for the fumble this
Fumble.
week, there's a game called X1348 Ex Voto that's been blowing up lately.
Ooh.
Because it's a game about supposedly about a female knight and her probable partner in like 1348. And it's releasing, it's releasing before a game called Knight's Path, which has been sort of the topic of debate because people are comparing the two games because they're similar
Mm.
in that they are both about knights. And Ex Voto has been putting this whole campaign on saying, oh, we've got 300,000 people who put our game on their wish list, which is a weird way to track success. And the demo has come out for it, and it's not doing great. Last time I checked, 122 people have played it at most.
That's not a lot.
Yes, and one of the main, I guess, theories behind why this has happened is because they really. So first they said it was historically accurate.
Mm-hmm.
The graphics aren't amazing. They're sort of led with this very obvious lesbian knight plot. And some people are going, "Is this really historically accurate?" I don't know. Which is a fair point. The actual quality of the game is like it looks really clunky.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's running somewhat smoothly, but the combat looks like something from like a Unity game that's sort of been rushed to market a bit. Like the combat's okay, but it has that weird sort of like couple of generations old quality of it doesn't look very smooth.
Yeah.
All the hits are super choreographed, and it's a bit like, oh, okay. And the other one's just in like pre-alpha trailer, but that combat looks like super smooth. Implies that the character actually gets quicker and smoother as they progress in the game. The graphics are just generally shinier, and it's not. Some people like it. It's not got the baggage of the identity politics in it.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a Twitter spat going on now because people are saying, "I'm not into this game. I'm just." Some of them go a little too far, but most people are saying effectively, "I'm not into this. Why did you think this would work?"
Mm.
Have you heard people talk about they call it like the modern audience?
Yes.
Yeah, it's another case of that where they've made a game for the modern audience and it looks like they haven't showed up.
Oh.
And most people defending the game are like game journalists that are arguably can't confirm, but arguably paid to say nice things about it.
Yeah.
So it's not really a good look.
Oh dear.
Yeah, a bit of a mess. I think the game honestly would have done fine if they just didn't make the identity politics like front and center. You could have had it in there and just not put it in the marketing, and people would have probably bought it in reasonable numbers.
Yeah.
But they led with the politics first, and well, things took their course from there.
Such as the game industry.
Such as marketing. Yeah. What do you find this week?
So, no surprises. Who's back in the news? It's Wizards of the
again.
Coast. So, near enough the full list of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set has dropped, and it's a mixed bag of pizza pie. There's some good cards, there's some interesting cards mechanically, there's some good cards flavorfully, but there's also some of the worst mechanically and flavorfully. So, the lands, to start off with, the non-basic lands are gain life lands, which are amongst the absolute worst of lands in Magic. Second only to tap lands that don't do anything for you, so that's great. So the land base is terrible for basically no reason. We have the problem that we had in the Spider-Man set, where we have like 4 versions of each of the Ninja Turtles for like basically no reason. 2 to 3 two would have been fine. 2 max of each would have been fine. We have some of the other Ninja Turtles from the comics, which is a bit of an odd inclusion.
Like Venus and the weirdo spin-off ones that people probably don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. And we do have 3 versions of April O'Neil, none of which are the classic April O'Neil that people actually liked.
Ooh, yeah,
it's the racial insert April O'Neil rather
than. Is it the one the black one they had for one of the later 3D animated ones?
Yep.
Oh, right. That's a choice.
And also that other one that also isn't wiped. Not that that's necessarily a problem, but it's like if you're gonna have different versions of a character, don't have and prefer don't just pick specifically all of them.
It sounds like the whole Black Aragorn thing again.
Yeah, it's like that. But at least in the Black Aragorn situation, there's only one Aragorn card, whereas here it's like, okay, you clearly had 3 different potential Aprils card-wise, art-wise, not art-wise, as in like mechanics-wise, and you chose to like use none of them. You chose to use none of them. Even on a card art that isn't an April itself, they decided, you know what, let's do that.
This is just what we're going to do with it. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Have they gone for like a collage thing? Oh, yeah.
I don't know if any of the special versions of cards are going to be... Okay, this is in the special version. Yeah, even the special version of the April O'Neil card, same problem. They had the opportunity to go... if they're doing the classic stuff, in the classic style, to do that. Yes. But no, they decided, no. I'm going to be controversial saying this. White people don't exist, apparently.
I think it's a weird one because Ninja Turtles is, I mean, yeah, it's tried to do stuff, but it's effectively a legacy brand.
Yeah.
You think Ninja Turtles? You think the like the early cartoons?
Yeah, you'd think like the 80s. You'd think you'd have
maybe going further back, the original, graphic novels, which are completely unrelated to the other ones. You don't think of the newer series unless you were raised on them.
Mm.
And most people that don't think of that, you know, the Ninja Turtles, they don't know the newer stuff because
Yeah,
I
it's
guess it
just
just didn't
it's
hold as
just
well.
weird to me that in the alt frame, which is based on the old '80s series, by the looks of it, they still didn't decide to use the '80s version of April O'Neil, which is like, what?
I didn't even know
That's
that
confusing.
second version of April New was even a thing, but that's okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
Um, and also it's still kind of annoying because uh, there's a mechanical problem with this card.
Right,
So it's a mutant ninja bird that does flickering things. It's in the wrong
right,
colors. You see, the other bird that does similar things is in blue white, not
right.
white black. Why does it have black in its ability? I don't know. When it
That is a
should
choice.
really be blue. Black doesn't do flickering all that much. Or
Maybe this,
exiling, to be honest. So why is it
maybe it's
white
trying to,
black?
maybe it's trying to build into that for some reason.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't.
I don't get it.
Also, this is a small thing, but one thing I just noticed. Oh, did it again. Um, but how many fans of the original series do you think are gonna, care about hacktivists or use that term?
Yeah, which is like
That's
you're pandering to
very,
the
it's a very
people that liked the 2013 and the
yeah.
mid
They'd
2000
be
series,
dumb.
which are like,
I'd say it's a millennial term or something, but
yeah,
I don't think of that. I think classic
I don't
fans of the
think that
TMNT.
the later series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was anywhere near as popular as the 80s stuff.
Yeah. So it seemed like a missed opportunity just to put the classic April in there because people would like that one.
Yeah, it's just it's a very strange series of choices. And the power level of this is kind of a bit all over the place. Like we have some
Oh, let's have a
utterly
look.
dog
Okay.
shit cards, and meanwhile, but then we also have just utterly mental stuff.
Also, it might
Like,
have. Oh, carry on. Sorry.
for example, this guy. Mutagen Man, who also isn't based on
Mut-
the old. He's not actually based on any particular version of Mutagen Man, which is also very strange.
Mutagen man.
Yeah, he's a man made of mutagen.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this is kind of loosely based on his 2013, animated series version, but not really, because you can't even see the tank. Because he's
Oh,
actually supposed to be in a
that,
tank, not a mech, which is really weird.
maybe they didn't get the memo on that.
Yeah,
I don't.
but the
I don't know what
idea,
Mutagen man.
but there's a problem with this card, which makes it potentially broken. So, and availabilities of artifact tokens you control cost one less to activate. Doesn't specifically say mutagen, which is kind of a problem because it has no minimum one or anything clause to it. Probably because of the mutagen stuff, but still, that means that if you make two copies of him, you could if you make a copy of him that isn't legendary or whatever, and you have, say, an engine that can make clues, you can just potentially draw infinite cards because clues will then cost 0 to activate
Oh no.
to tap sack and get a card draw. Like I feel like this is one of those abilities that seems fine on paper, but could absolutely be broken in half in the right deck.
Yeah, that seems smammable. Yeah.
We also
Okay.
have a card that's very popular, basically on Legs version in one of the Michelangelos. We have I think it's called Hardened Scales. Yeah, just
Right.
extra. Whenever you would put plus one pluses on something, do that +1. Do more, basically. Now, yeah, this is the kind of ability that gets very out of hand very quickly with other things like this in the right deck. Suddenly, you're bearing down on 10/10s for just no reason,
Okay.
and then you
Oh, that's
just
bad.
yeah, and then you just have whatever the fuck this guy is. I get he's a common, but even so,
Oh, Frog Butler.
Yeah.
Why does it have death touch? What?
I guess because he's a poisonous frog? Question mark?
It's the wrong color. Is the wrong color for that?
No, Death Touch can be in green. Death Touch has been in green in the past.
Oh, no, I mean like the actual frog.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, he's more like a tree frog.
Yeah, like classic frog colors. Also, I think we need to add Koya to the group of insanely specific creature types.
Yes, well, there's actually a lot of like weird because of the nature of this set. I guess there's a few ones like
Ninja birds would be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got Splinter is a mutant ninja rat. That makes sense. We have Snake Spirit Avatar,
Right.
which is South Wind Avatar.
What?
Which is also a pretty good card, actually, because again, whenever you gain life, each opponent loses one life. That infinitely combos with something that says whenever you gain life, each opponent whenever you lose life. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain a life. So this is also an infinite combo piece, which is notorious.
So that could be mean. Yeah, that can be mean by itself.
Yeah. What other weird things?
How did that become Southwind Avatar?
Oh, we have Beaver Nightmare as well.
Oh no, Beaver Nightmare. Who are these characters?
Dream Beavers, I guess.
What do you mean, Dream Beavers? I feel like these are getting increasingly more obscure.
We also have Shark Horror Mutant, which is also just a terrible card because it costs 8. And yes, it can destroy up to 3 target creatures. It costs 8. Like, this is a big boy that doesn't actually do a whole lot.
Wait, the Dream Beavers have flying? Okay, what?
Yeah,
fair.
Don't ask.
Okay, I kind of like that one.
Yeah,
it's terrible, but it's kind of a cool artwork though. Just a piece of shark dude.
If you want terrible artwork, or not necessarily terrible bad, but weird terrible, there is a cycle of pizzas. So there are 5 different pizzas, each of which has a weird combination of ingredients, because that is a thing that the Ninja Turtles do, I guess. But it's weird how they highlight that in this card game set.
No, that's close to the. I think every version of the Turtle does that at least.
Yeah, but it's pizza. Like they're obsessed with pizza and they put weird ingredients on it. But it's not like, I don't think it's that quintessential to the show, and it's not like focused on as much as that. Like, okay, you could have like 1 or 2 cards referencing it, but there are 5 pizzas, and the full art. There's a series of full art lands which are also pizzas.
I'd just like to add that
which are also horrific looking.
It's easier to summon spirit beavers than it is a pizza.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird. Also, I love the artwork implies that rat has eaten this pizza and died.
Yeah, even rats can't eat this pizza.
Just something. Hey, what? Why is that an island?
Because it's got anchovies on it. I guess.
So
also, the garlic on there looks like the island icon, I guess.
It might not be, but that cheese somehow looks AI generated, and I can't explain exactly why.
So people thought it was, but these are legitimately art things. But again, this is another weird feature of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which really didn't need to be in this set, and that is that pizza in one or more series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is always drawn weird and extra gloopy.
Oh, right.
So apparently that's a thing. It's a very odd choice to focus on that. It's a very odd choice.
We couldn't get like the classic April O'Neil in there. We got 5 pizza cards though.
Yeah, we got 5. Oh no, we've got more than 5. We also have Everything Pizza, which is not part of the main cycle of the 5 coloured pizzas. But it's a 5 coloured pizza.
Why does that look more normal than the one you showed earlier? That's really funny.
I don't know.
Wait, what's that cost? That's mental.
Yeah. So sorry if I started about time playing. Yeah, it basically does a whole bunch of different things. Oh, we also have sorry, there's even more pizza. I keep finding more pizza because
You have
apparently
an
that's a
archetype
thing.
now.
This feels so like surface level. So, oh, what's the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Pizza.
Turtles about? Ninja Turtles, mutants, the Shredder, and pizza. They've gone so surface level with the actual overall theming that it's just.
Yeah, I do wonder how far the knowledge goes of Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, because you get outside of Shredder and maybe stuff like Chrome Dome and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
like there
and
are some good weird
you already
villains in
know.
here, which is nice, but it's just like, some of the pizza space could have been taken up by other references. We could have had a fourth April O'Neil, which is based on the classic April O'Neil, for example.
Let's have a look.
There's also
What?
Pizza Face.
I see Pizza Face.
I guess he is a thing.
That's where am I looking at with this one?
Oh, there's also this, which is also a weird inclusion.
Sure. Why not have an ice cream cat?
Yeah. There is a combined Bebop and Rocksteady card, which is nice because that is a classic
That makes
villain
sense.
villain duo. But yeah, it's actually really terrible. Actually,
Oh, why'd you use this?
yeah. Whenever it attacks all blocks, sacrifice a permanent unless you discard a card. Yes, it's a 7/5, but nobody plays vanillas in Magic anymore. Especially not vanillas with downside, even if they are bigger than their cost. People just don't do that. People would rather have cards with effect text that actually does things. So the one popular iconic, lesser villain gets completely shafted because
You might as well play Spirit Beaver. Spring Beaver.
Where's the Shredder? Where's the Shredder cards? And
Yeah, he's like the main guy. Where's Shredder? Krang.
He is in here somewhere. The Krang card is actually really cool. I wanted to put Krang in one of my decks, but where's the bloody Shredder? I guess he's mono black, I think, which makes sense. We have the Super Shredder. I don't know where the regular Shredder is, but we have the have the Super Shredder, we have the Shark Shredder, and we have regular Shredder. But
There's a Shark Shredder?
Apparently, he's also a shark octopus for some reason.
What? Of course. Yeah.
So that's the OG, who's a bit kind of lame.
It's very Batman.
His effect is pretty lame.
Let's have a look. Sneak.
Doesn't really do a whole lot.
He's sneaky.
Then they have the Shark Shredder, which is actually pretty good. It's just this is actually better than the normal Shredder, which is kind of embarrassing, actually.
I guess it. Shark, Octopus, Ninja, sure, why not?
And then the Super Shredder is actually pretty good, but he's a mythic, because of course he is. He's actually really good. Weirdly, he works with Sephiroth really well.
Of course.
Because Sephiroth likes killing things, and they both share the same second ability. Well, near enough. I think Sephiroth is specifically creatures. But, yeah. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, he gets bigger.
Wait. That's why you have Bebop and Rocksteady.
No, yeah, you could sack them, but there are easier ways of doing that. And it's also, this includes cards that your opponent controls. So you'd just be better off removing your opponent's stuff.
Yeah, that was too. But
where is Krang? He's blue, I think. Krang is blue. Where's the blue Krang?
That makes sense.
Oh, there's two versions of Krang. So there's
that makes sense.
This one, which cares about artifacts, who is a bit strange. He's not fantastic, to be honest.
It is a Krang, but he won. Wait, that cost for a 1/4.
Yes, but it says affinity for artifacts, so it could cost as low as 2 blue. But his first effect doesn't really help himself. Yes, you can draw cards, but okay, but only if you have fewer than 4 in your
Artifacts.
hand, and that effect isn't that spectacular considering it's on a lot of non-legendary creatures. So it's like, okay,
Oh,
yeah, that's not a
that's
particularly
very
exciting effect.
also a bit conditional on your hand size.
Yeah,
Bit weird.
and
Okay.
then we've got I think there's a colorless Krang, which is an artifact Krang. Where is he? Which is actually pretty good. And it's nice to
So
see more
you
colorless
run both of
commander
them?
options. He just
Okay.
gives artifacts and Anthem a,
Oh
a
my
bunch
lord.
of different abilities.
See, that's fun. That's actually beefy. Okay.
And you can cheat out high cost artifacts pretty easily. So his casting cost is not an issue.
Okay. That's fine. That one seems a lot better, a lot more useful.
Yeah, it's actually basically the same cost thing as Darksteel Citadel, which is a non-creature artifact that gives other artifacts indestructible. So to have a creature that does that and more is pretty good. I feel like this is going to be one of the chase cards of the set, actually, because it's pretty good. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Now, to be fair, I'm not a massive Ninja Turtles fan. I never really watched that much of the show, but I feel like they fumbled the bag a bit, but did really well in other areas. It's just like I feel whelmed by it. I feel whelmed, which is disappointing.
It's going to make some very thematically interesting decks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's good. That's a good
Yeah,
either. Yeah.
it does feel like the fortnightfication of Magic, which there's
That's
ups
been going on a
and
while
downs
now.
for
I've
that.
really accepted that.
Like it's weird how because like the whole villain tribal thing is mostly universes beyond stuff, so like you are incentivized if you're playing villains to play a bunch of different universes. So you would run Dr. Eggman, Krang, Sephiroth, Shredder, not Shocker, what's his name? But Spider-Man villains, Doctor Octopus, etc., in the same deck because they're all villains and they all care about doing villain things because they synergize well, which is really weird. It's really weird that's how that mink ball has bounced.
I think it's becoming like Lorcana. It's
Yeah.
just give me that vibe.
The
Except Lorcana
upside,
started off that way.
yeah, the upside, I guess, is that we've gotten a bunch of support for some usually unsupported creature types, like Beaver, like Turtle. Mutants is now finally a playable deck, which we've wanted to for a while since the Fallout stuff came out, which is also weird because Mutants is generally also a universes beyond creatures. Ignore that bit.
Oh, great.
Ox has got a new good legendary creature. Things like that. Crocodile got a decent thing, a new legendary creature build around. Oozes have had legends in the past, but good oozes are wanted. Rhinos, boars, etc. are like better now if you wanted to do that. Things like that. It's like, yeah, thank you. We needed more. We needed support for these creature types, and not so much weird stuff like elves. I think there's like one elf in this set. I don't know how they managed to slip an elf in here.
Okay.
A fish as well. We got a new weird fish. Actually, what the fuck is this fish supposed to be? What am I looking at here?
I don't. It looks like modern D&D art.
Yeah. They've also, I guess, though, there's a problem. I think the Krangs might be the only Utroms, maybe? I guess because that's a creature type that's going to be unique to this universe, so much like Necron, that's going to be a problem to reprint or give support to, so congratulations. Well done, idiots at Wizards. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, question mark choices. Okay, this is another nitpick. We have a creature type, Mutant Bard Performer. Why the fuck does it need Performer as a creature type? It's implied in Bard.
Oh, they have a band now.
Surely bard implies that they are a performer.
That's redundant. Yeah.
Well, uh,
So you see, bards aren't performers. Apparently,
yeah,
gotta be
that's
both.
like, aw.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the two Krangs are the only two Utroms in the set, at least as so far, which is again weird choice. Why give
Unless
them a new creature type when it's only on 2 cards, and it's probably only ever gonna be on 2 cards? What was the point?
glad they put that much effort into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, there's Utrom scientists as well. Never mind. So there's three. There's
Oh,
three.
three.
But even so, it's like okay. Anyway, that's my critical fumble of the week. Let's move swiftly on to our to our to our homebrew of the week.
Sample must be missing. Oh, there he is. Yep.
So,
Okay.
what do we got? What have you designed for solar powered?
I designed a couple of things. Hope a second one uploaded. Where's that? There we go. Pardon me, blocked up. What? So first thing I worked on was going through the Doctor. There we are. The Doctor Droland's book just to see what could come up with the randomizer table,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to make something that would appease both me now and my inner child. So I think I found a way. Oh, there we are.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. So what I came up with was called a Heliosuchus, obviously reference to the sun, nice and obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely more fantastical than something in the book, but I was making something that my 12-year-old self would also have liked.
Mm-hmm.
So remember when would I have been about 12 at the time? Jurassic Park 3 came out, and of course Spinosaurus was super, super cool. So I made a Spinosaurid.
Oh.
And to incorporate the sort of sun element to that, I
Didn't they
decided that
recently discover a new Spinosaurus?
we have,
Not
yes.
a live one,
We have.
obviously, but we've discovered like a new
Yeah, just
fossil.
chilling out there. Don't know what I was doing for millions of years. Now we have found, I think it's a subspecies or something.
Yeah.
That's the current theory. The more I read about Spinosaurus, the more I realise we don't have a clue about that dinosaur. We keep changing our mind on that one.
Yeah.
Right, there's a lot of traits. One thing with Dr. Jordan's book, there's a load of weird, interesting traits and properties and things. Some of them make sense, like the aquatic. Like this, it gains tremor sense when it's underwater. It's crocodile mimic, so it appears to be a crocodile when it's submerged.
Ooh.
It's a weird one, but I kind of like it. It was specific as like finned tail as a trait. It gives advantage on deck saves, I think, and dashes bonus action underwater.
Oof.
It's kind of nuts. So it gets some really fun abilities. The fun one is the fantastical bits I added were the idea of, you know how Fireball is a really popular spell.
Yeah.
I thought I don't want to be mean and hard counter it, but want to have a funny reaction for it. So basically, whenever it's the target of an attack that does fire damage, it can pull its reaction to basically emit a cloud of scalding steam.
Ooh.
It also becomes resistant to fire damage when it does this till the end to start of its next turn. So it can gain resistance to fire, and just the steam does. Let's have a look. Yeah, 46 just 46 fire damage. Everything in 30-foot radius.
Oof.
Which also can blind people. It's a DC 16 deck save.
Oof.
Only lasts a turn, but it's like a don't use fire on this thing.
Yeah.
You might regret that. The other one, of course, is the more like draconic bit, steam breath, because I figured running with a theme here might as well do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a breath weapon, 5d8 fire, it's running on at CR5.
Yeah.
but its recharge is slightly different because it just to recharge. It takes an hour in the sun to recharge.
Oh.
Because I figured if that's the theme, what else have we got? It's multi attack, so it's claw and tail. No, bite can grapple.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a Spinosaurus, but I sort of magicked it up a bit.
Nice.
In that sort of. Did you ever see those like slightly knockoff Jurassic Park toys growing up?
Yeah.
It ended up being a little bit like one of those, and I think it's kind of fun, and it's something a little silly, but I've sort of tried to take it seriously, so I had fun with it. I'm much shorter this one, but I wrote a weapon for Starfinder because it's a system I'm trying to get into, but the formatting's a little wonky. Called it the H rifle or Hephaestus rifle. So basically, it's a very specific laser rifle that has a couple of modes. It's got like a scatter mode, sort of fires a bit like a shotgun, low intensity beam, and it's got a focus mode, which is anti armor. Both modes sort of drain the battery at different sort of rates. So you can recharge it and reload it by simply spending a turn with it well, it has to be in sunlight or near a source of extreme heat or like something suitably hot.
Yeah.
The idea is it's like, what would you attempt at a weapon that could effectively have infinite ammunition given right conditions? I just thought that'd be kind of neat and have a bit of variety. So what have you written up for this week?
Actually, something kind of similar to your Starfinder thing, but for Lancer.
Oh,
so this is called the Radiant Industries brochure. So I come up with a vague, tiny bit of implied blurb about another company that does things in the Lancer universe. This is designed to be used in Lancer core stuff rather than anything specific. We at Radiant Industries PLC are pleased to announce a few new products to our lineup. After rigorous testing, we have developed a new solar framework system known as the Soltec V2. Succeeding the prototype Soltec V1, this upgrade is much more flexible and thus offers a wider range of use cases. So there's a few weapons that utilize something essentially they don't need it, but they benefit greatly from a new mech system that I've designed called the Solar Mesh Paneling. It's a unique, indestructible type mech system, incompatible with custom paint job, and it's, while in direct sunlight, treat any weapon that deals burn or energy damage with the limited tag, as if it does not have the limited tag.
Oh, that's really good.
So there isn't actually anything in vanilla that has a limited tag that does this, but we're going to the weapons in a bit. This is the core framework of solar engineering. Nano solar panels are installed into the armor plating itself to provide a recharging mesh. So it's basically your armor itself is the solar panel.
Okay.
And then we have a second mech system, which also, it doesn't require it, but again, it just is cool. This is a one system point thing. This is a shield, so it's called ozone layering. It's a unique shield which has the protocol tag, so you can activate it as a protocol. In addition to shielding, this system negates 1d4 in any combination of heat, energy, radiation, or burn damage from any source.
Right.
Obviously, until it's destroyed or shut down. So it's a very basic shield, but it also has some damage negation to itself. On top of its shielding, because it's bubble shielding that mimics the Earth's upper atmosphere. It's literally like ozone, like a little ozone layer. And then we have the weapons. We have 3 different weapons. We have the standard repulsor beam, which is very similar to Iron Man coded thing. Has reliable force. So this is the thing with the limited style weapons that I'm going with. So the idea is that these weapons generally have some level of reliable to compensate for the fact they have limited tags. So it's limited 6, range 7, 1d8 energy. Because most weapons don't have a limited tag. So
that's not true.
Yeah, so this is the downside, is they have a limited tag. So unless you have the mech system, solar mesh paneling, and you're in sunlight, You have to use these weapons very sparingly. This is an auxiliary QCB as well. And then we have something that's very weird. The disintegration scanner. So this is a auxiliary MISC, which is the first of its type, because there's no standard weapon type that really fits this. It's smart, reliable 1, limited 5. Range 10, 1d4 energy. You might be thinking, that's not good, but it has a Mehrunes Razor-like effect.
Right.
On a hit, roll a d100. On a 100, the target takes 1 structure, ignoring hit points and armor. Which means against like lower mooks that only have 1 structure, it's a potential insta-kill weapon. It won't happen very often, but it's a potential insta-kill weapon. So it scans and deconstructs targets at the atomic level.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the opposite of a 3D printer. And then, of course, you can't have a system like this without a really big chunky thing. So this is the Paladin cannon, a super heavy cannon. It's loading ordnance, reliable 8, limited 2, heat 8 self. It's range 14, deals 3d10 energy. Just very big, very powerful cannon. But again, unless you're in direct sunlight or you can only use it twice.
Right.
So that's the downside. And I think that's the lowest limited thing. Yeah, because most limited things are limited 6. So limited 2 is like, oof. So use it wisely.
So does it have any non-limited features?
Nope.
Okay, that's...
It's also super heavy, which means it uses a heavy slot and another slot.
Wow. Okay,
so yeah, it's a case of this is a case of unless you have, it's designed to be used with the solar mesh paneling specifically. It's specifically designed for solar tank units.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like massive downsides, but like can potentially wipe out one or more structures in a single hit.
Okay.
But yeah, I might do more to this and add more like little things with limited things. Probably like weirder weapons that don't necessarily do mass amounts of damage but have weird effects like blinding, etc. Or like other system things that require like systems with a limited thing that says, in brackets, if you have the solar mesh paneling, ignore this tag or something.
You could have lingering heat effect.
Yeah, that's also a good idea.
Like a Nexus that applies 1 heat a turn.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Just an annoying little thing you could try.
I could call it Fireflies.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that in the next thing. So that's my homebrew of the week. It's some solar panel specialness for Lancer, the mech roleplay system. And on that note, where are we at? We are at 58 minutes. So let's do the wheel.
In the wheel, I've added a couple. Mm-hmm. We're down to 3. So I've added glass cannon and
nice
dog adjacent because I thought that'd be quite a fun broad one.
Spin that wheel.
We've got Marty Robbins.
Yep.
It's coming around from the mist and insectoid. Want to read it while it's been.
Spin that wheel. What's our homebrew challenger for next week?
You're going to be happy with this one. This time, it's actually Marty Robbins.
Yes! Bigger! Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to have to listen to the whole album now.
We're going to find inspiration.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, all I really know is he made Big Iron. I don't know many of the songs, to be honest. So this will be educational.
So yes, on to closing thoughts. I will also note down that Marty Robbins is the topic.
Yes, I'd like to suggest maybe when at some point doing a stream for streaming my voice zoo.
Yeah,
just re-record some of the bits because it is a really, really silly game.
Oh,
you will hate your own voice though. It's one of those things that you hear yourself like repeated 12 times. Like, was that like that? It's a very, very strange experience. But I'd like to get to streaming that sometime in the near future.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Oh yes, there's
oh,
one other thing. It just escaped me.
oh no, you
So
gotta go
oh,
catch it.
yeah, we caught it. So on a Thursday, I
Uh-huh.
brought down fin span
Fish.
to keep. Yeah, fish. There's a button for that. There we go. Um, and the two times I've got people to play it, it's always devolved into treating it like Yu-Gi-Oh. This just keeps happening.
I summoned the hammerhead shark.
I did summon the Great White Shark that game, so
Nice.
it did kind of. Yeah, it was a bit of a Kaiba game. I kind of used all my resources really early,
Hmm.
which is just it's the set of Kaiba way. But no, it was really fun. I just think it's funny that I've never been able to run a normal game of that without it devolving into Yu-Gi-Oh impressions. Something about that game.
This fish has a huge mouth and it's gonna bite you.
I would read a book on marine biology written by Joey Wheeler. That'd be
This eel
amazing.
ejects a really thick stream of mucus from all of its pores, and it suffocates you. It's
Because weird
gross.
read into it too. Oh, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, but that's all those floating thoughts.
My closing thought is I have some of that. So I have acquired a big 2 tubs of. You'll laugh at this. It's energy milkshake powder.
That sounds
So
okay.
a company called Sneak Energy. I'm not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, let me know. I'd love some free banana stuff. They do milkshake flavored, a series of milkshake flavored energy drink powders, which is like, but it's not just like just pure caffeine. It's like taurine and electrolytes and good stuff in there as well, like actual like brain boosting stuff. So it's a bit better than like Red Bull, but they had a
Right.
flavor called banana waffle, which was really really
Oh.
nice, and they've just had it back in stock. So I had a buy one get one free offer on their tub, so I
So-
bought 2.
How big's the tub?
It's about 40 servings. If that makes sense.
Okay, have you tried it yet? Does
Yes,
it taste like
it's so good. It's actually. I used to have the sachets, so I knew it was good, but it's just like yes, because it left stock for like 6 months, I want to say, and it's only just come
That's-
back, and I'm like, please.
So
I thought they were going to get rid of it.
How close is it to an actual milkshake?
I mean, if you add milk, it's a milkshake basically.
Okay, so there's none of
I
that really
haven't
fake
tried it with
powdery-
water, but to be honest, I
Right.
don't really want to because it's a milkshake. Who would put water in a?
Yes, it basically passes for milkshake completely.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
it actually completely passed a milkshake. The other one, so they did a vanilla latte one, which was a bit naff. They did
Yeah.
a strawberry creamsicle one, which was also a bit naff. And they did, I think it was like caramel latte, so it was caramel something, which was quite alright. But I think the banana one is actually decent. The banana one's actually nice. They did a chocolate one for a bit, but that was only like a limited drop, which is annoying.
Right.
I've asked them multiple times, please do just a standard chocolate one. Like
To
you
be fair,
have
that's-
strawberry,
yeah.
sorry, not sorry, raspberry.
Banana.
You have banana, you have vanilla. Why do you not have chocolate as a main?
It's like the holy trinity of like milkshake flavors.
I think they call it the Neapolitan Trinity.
Where did that come from?
Ne-
I've heard that one.
Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh,
Chocolate.
right.
Actually, that's vanilla. No, never mind. But even so, like chocolate milkshake is like, it's the best milkshake.
It is. I think it is the most universally agreed flavor outside of vanilla.
Yeah, it's like what? Anyway, yeah, it's nice.
Yes.
And it's an energy drink that can actually stand to drink just as a drink, which is because like, some energy drinks are just like really like weird flavors, or they're quite not necessarily bitter, but they're just like
You mean like you can feel the taurine in your bloodstream?
no, it's more like you can taste that it's an energy drink. They have that. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
how
no,
to
I mean,
describe it, but there's a weird like undertone to the taste of energy drinks usually. This banana milkshake stuff doesn't have that.
fair enough. That's kind of why I stopped having energy drinks, because every time I drank one, I could just feel the taurine
Ah,
go straight to my gut. It was like, this is not good for me.
mm,
It tastes good, but I should stop having this.
yeah. But yeah, that's my closing thoughts. I will be streaming next week on Monday and Wednesday, and hopefully Saturday. We're doing
Nice.
more Tag Force Special, and I might do a Gran Turismo run where we do S rank races using only Peugeots.
Is that hard? Is Peugeot like a
Yes.
bad line?
Well, so it's
About
more
Peugeot.
just Peugeot is kind of a meme brand at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It's like people are like, wow, a Peugeot, because it's funny. It's like, people like usually like, oh, Ferrari, etc. It's like, nah, Peugeot. Give me the French car, Hammond.
You're doing like what's the French equivalent of initial D?
Initial we.
OUI. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Initial
Yeah.
we. Ho ho ho.
You need to let me get a
ho ho
if-
ho 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 ho.
an accordion. Thing.
Everybody, it was a cafe. Even as I tried to sip coffee, or the people in the bistro, as the band begins to play, the British, they're coming on their boats. They're
Course they're coming, they're
invading
always coming.
the Zutalo, etc., etc.
You think you need to, if you could mock up like a fake logo based on the initial D one, that'd be quite funny.
Just change it to just an image of a baguette.
Put a little like beret on one of the letters.
Just a beret, yeah.
Also, that could work because it's a Eurobeat is based on European disco. So
Yeah, it
imagine
works.
you just swap out the instruments for like harmonicas
Mm.
and like little guitars and harmonicas.
So yeah, I might be
that's
doing some Gran Turismo stuff at some point now that I figured out that I can actually do that.
That's fun.
Because
I might keep an eye out for that one. If I'm
yeah,
around.
it
That's
turns
fun.
out that what I needed to do is I needed to set the upscaling settings down to 1 times, so original render quality, because for some reason it's set to auto, and it tries to do like ultra high graphics for some reason, which my PC can't handle. It's like that. Why is there even an auto setting when it's like
Ultra graphics?
yeah, like just set it. Just the default should be original setting, surely. The original render. Never mind. Anyway, that's my closing thoughts. So we will pass you on to a raid. That's a good question. Who are raiding, my boy? Following. We do. Who the heck? Who is you, my boy? Do you know what? We're gonna raid Ghosting By, who is playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which is apt because next week we'll be doing something akin to Red Dead Redemption-y stuff, probably, because Marty Robbins.
Yeah, we should just find the most obscure song possible. We've got fun. All right.
She'll be coming down the mountain when she comes.
I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's covered that because it's free.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Next week, everyone.
Until next time, these have been your hosts, Kelly Jackson and Byzantian Dev, and
Dev,
we will see you soon.